Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up, one student uses her talents on the flute to make All-State Honor Band.
And the men's soccer team's warming up right behind me in their senior night against Granite Bay. We'll have the highlights later for you in your Full Court Press.
Hey guys, remember Club Rush is next week and we have a table in the amphitheater?
Also, get your club members together and prepare your promotional materials. Club Rush is next week.
I'm Bethany O.
And I'm Sarah Nevins.
Today is February 7th.
And Unleashed begins now.
We are WCTV 19. And we are committed to telling your story. From 701 Wildcat Boulevard, throughout the streets of Rockland, all the way down to Capitol Avenue. We are teens documenting reality. And this is Unleashed. Good morning, Wildcats. Valentine's Day is next Thursday.
And the leadership team is selling roses for you to give to your friends.
The roses are $2 each, and the last 2 days to buy a flower are today and tomorrow. They're on sale in the amphitheater.
When you purchase a flower, you can write a message to your friend, and the rose will be delivered in class on Valentine's Day.
If you don't buy a rose this week, the Friends Club and the ILS students are selling Valentine's cards next week. They'll have a table set up in the amphitheater during break and lunch. Stop by the table Monday through Thursday to pick up a Valentine card. They're $1 each. And tickets are on sale for the Mr. WHS competition. Don't miss this entertaining event to see which male contestant is the next Mr. WHS. The show is Tuesday night in the theater with 13 guys battling it out in dance, style, talent, and interview categories. Tickets are $5 in room C2 or from anyone in the Whitney High student media. And be sure to bring spare change to the amphitheater today and tomorrow at lunch. Look for the table of jugs representing the contestants. Each coin awards points for a contestant and dollar bills take away points. All proceeds go to the Whitney High student media who bring you the Roar magazine and the Whitney Update news website for free. Again, vote with your change and the point totals factor in deciding with the winner of the Mr. WHS competition.
Club Rush is next Thursday, and the leadership team needs to meet with club presidents. There is a club presidents meeting on Tuesday in the small gym at lunch. At the meeting, club presidents will get passes to leave class early to set up for Club Rush. Attendance for the meeting is mandatory to participate in Club Rush. And as I just mentioned, Spring Club Rush is next Thursday.
Hey guys, remember Club Rush is next week and we have a table in the amphitheater?
On the screen is video from the Astronomy Club. If you are interested in astronomy debates or you are looking to try a new club, this event gives you the opportunity to see clubs offered on campus. There are over 50 clubs for you to learn about, and the event is next Thursday at Intervention and Lunch.
The Hip Hop Club is meeting tomorrow during lunch in the dance room. Come to the meeting and learn some fun dance moves, no experience necessary. And if you're interested in going into the medical field after high school, stop by the Student Doctors Club. They're meeting on Tuesday at lunch in room E7. The club is planning a job fair for next month. And the yearbook staff is taking pictures of all groups and clubs. The official yearbook photos take place in the small amphitheater across from the C building at lunch. Here's a list of today's club pictures. The Debate Club is the first group getting their picture taken, then FBLA, the FIDM Club, followed by the Film Club. Also, the Freedom Foundation will have their picture taken today. If you have any questions about your club's scheduled picture day or time, please stop by the small amphitheater at lunch.
Auditions for the advanced dance classes are the week after we get back from the President's Week break. Auditions are February 25th through the 27th. If you are interested in taking Dance 2, 3, 4, or Hip Hop next year, please see Mrs. Crandall or Mrs. Ansley in the dance room. And the dance and stunt teams need your help.
3, jump 5, roll 7, 1, stand 3.
Both teams are hosting a yoga fundraiser from 7:15 to 8:15 p.m. on Monday. The yoga session costs $10 and is open to everyone, no experience required. Tickets are only $10 and the class is taught by an instructor from East Wind Yoga in Auburn. Make sure to bring a water bottle and a yoga mat to the session. If you have any questions, contact dance coach Hallie Crandall.
And the Aries portal is now open for students to select their classes for next year. You must sign up using your parents' Aries portal. You cannot select your classes using a student login. One of the classes you can sign up for is sports medicine. Reporter Autumn Abercrombie is down in the sports med classroom to show you what they study in class. Autumn?
So right now I'm in the sports med room where students are learning to perform tests on athletes. So Callan, what tests are you doing right now?
Right now I'm doing the Lockman test, which is for their ACL, and I'm going to grab the inside of their calf and I'm going to stabilize their femur, and I just push up, and this helps determine whether or not our athlete has an ACL injury.
Thanks, Callan. And if this course interests you, make sure to put it on your class selection sheet. For WCTV 19, I'm Autumn Abercrombie.
First semester sophomore Karina Geist did something that no other student has accomplished in the history of Whitney High School. Reporter Emily Gaston went with photographer Tabitha Bland to the band room to listen to one of the most successful flute players to ever walk on campus.
Ready?
What you just heard is the flute, a complex technical instrument. While playing it, sophomore Karina Geist follows the rhythm of the conductor to master her sound within the composition.
The band teacher said it would be a challenge, and I'm always up for a challenge.
Karina's breathing techniques and her accurate finger placement are what separate her from other musicians. But one tiny mistake, and it can jeopardize her chance at earning a spot in the local honor bands.
In our area, we have 5 different honor bands that people can audition for.
No one in school history has ever earned a seat on all 4 local honor bands and all-state honor band until
Karina auditioned for all 5 and made all 5.
To start off their many hours of practice, they sit down, look at their notes, and get in ready position to follow the tune.
Or the next audition, she doesn't do so well. Next one, you know that she's going to do way better.
The competition drives Karina to hit the right note, but her humility is best expressed when she stops the interview and picks up her instrument.
No, that was bad. For me, I don't really think about my legacy at Whitney so much. I just think about why I do music in the first place, which is because I enjoy it and it's an escape for me. And if anyone was inspired by me, I would be so flattered, and I just would hope that it inspires them to continue with their music in some way, because it really is a great outlet.
Reporting for WCTV 19 with photographer Tabitha Bland, I'm Emily Gaston.
Yeah, nice. Good job.
Karina and the All-State Honor Band is playing at an annual high school music convention in Fresno, February 14th through the 17th.
You know, what's amazing about Karina is not only has she taken on one of the hardest instruments to perfect playing, but she's nearly mastered it in just 4 years.
As a sophomore with so much talent and dedication for music, there's no doubt that she has the potential to excel in her future.
And, you know, we actually talked to Emily and Tabitha, and they said that Karina wouldn't be where she is today if her mom didn't introduce her to the flute when she was just in 6th grade.
Right, and I'm sure that takes so much patience and skill to learn. Now, the winter sports season is wrapping up.
And the men's soccer team just won a league title for the first time in school history. Here's Brianna Moldon with more in Your Word Around Campus.
Up first, senior Zach Mason shared this on Instagram with the hashtag WHS Unleashed. In this picture, you can see Zach alongside some of his teammates after the varsity soccer team won the SFL League title on Tuesday. Moments later, Big Spoon Yogurt in the Fountains commented on the victory and said that all the players and team supporters who come into the store will receive 50% off their frozen treat for the rest of this week. And this week, we asked you to tell us about the activities that make you happy when you are stressed to go with the story you just watched about Karina Geist using the hashtag WHS Unleashed. Senior Marissa Lewis says whenever she is stressed about school or life, she likes to spend time with her nephew Walker. Walker just turned 6 months old, and Marissa said that he can always lift her spirits and never fails to make her smile. Now we went on Twitter to find out what's trending, and the start of the Lunar New Year was Tuesday.
And now, the traditional Yisan Tossing.
The New Year celebration started on Tuesday, and this is a time for family and friends to come together and honor traditions. In the video, you can see people participating in the Yisang ceremony for prosperity. The salad contains raw fish, vegetables, fruit slices, cinnamon, and pepper. All of the ingredients together symbolize luck and power heading into the new year. And it is said that the higher you throw the salad, the more luck and money will come your way this year.
While most people I've talked to in Rockland don't participate in this specific tradition, I know that food is a really important aspect of Chinese New Year celebrations.
Right, like for example, noodles can represent long life while fish can represent abundance in the Chinese culture. Well, thanks, Brianna.
Now, the local FBI branch is looking for students to spend a day at their facility.
We'll let you know how you can sign up right after the break.
What are conspiracy theories? For one, they're eye-openers. They question the possibility of life and our interactions with them. There's something about them. They're sinister, full of suspicion that makes us question our own selves. But they're not always discreet. Maybe they're always over our shoulders, waiting to pounce at any second.
Can you tell us more about these?
Welcome back, and thank you Michaela O and Alicia Chang for that commercial.
The FBI is now accepting applications for their Spring FBI Teen Academy. This opportunity is only for juniors.
The workshop is on Friday, April 12th from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Roseville location next to Topgolf.
The Academy will expose you to careers in the FBI and introduce you to the types of cases they investigate. Applications are available now in the Career Center.
The California Girls State Organization is looking for junior female students to apply to be a delegate at this year's workshop. The application deadline is tomorrow. And the Boys State application is due today. Both Boys and Girls State is a week of activities geared toward a better understanding of the government, and you will develop leadership skills. See Mrs. Randazzo in the Career Center for more information.
And if you're a junior planning to take the SAT or ACT, Rockland High School is offering workshops next week.
On the principle of liberty for all. Therefore, we must not become enslaved.
The language arts workshop is on Monday, and the math portion of the workshop is on Tuesday. They're $180, and they run from 7 to 9 p.m. Head over to the Whitney homepage to sign up.
Now, we have had partly cloudy skies for the majority of the week, without any rain.
Let's hope the dry weather sticks around for the start of spring sports season and tryouts. Here's Maggie Brody with your forecast.
Thanks, Sarah and Bethany. Right now, as you take a look outside, it is cloudy and a chilly 39 degrees. Today's high is 52 degrees. While you're out at break, expect more clouds and temperatures in the mid-40s. And after school, as you head out to track practice, it should be 50 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Now here's a look at the next 3 days. Tomorrow, don't forget your umbrella because there is a 90% chance of rain with a high of 49 degrees. On Saturday, the rain should stick around with lows in the 40s. And Sunday should be our last day of rain with a high of 50 degrees and low dipping down to 36 degrees. Now, as you take a look at your forecast, you can see that temperatures should remain in the low 50s with rain coming into our area over the weekend. And even though it will be raining throughout the weekend, we can expect sunny skies and warmer temperatures early next week.
While the clear skies will be nice as spring sports tryouts continue through next week.
Hopefully these warmer temperatures mean I won't have to put on so many layers in the morning. Well, thank you, Maggie.
And now it is time for sports. The Corey Classic basketball games are tomorrow night at Rockland High School. The theme for the student section is a blackout.
There are free black bandanas for the first 100 students to arrive at the game. Tickets are $5, and because the Thunder Gym is much smaller, the game will sell out.
Also, there is a students' tailgate in the CVS parking lot next to Rockland High School.
Pick up some free pizza and a black bandana and get some face paint. The tailgate starts at 5 p.m.
And the men's soccer team played Granite Bay on Friday in an SFL League game.
Let's send it over to Julie West with the highlights in the Full Court Press.
Good morning, sports fans. The men's soccer team played the Granite Bay Grizzlies on Friday in their final home league game of the season. Here is reporter Joshua Wesselman and photographer Morgan Schaefer with the highlights.
Senior captain Zach Mason leads the Wildcats with 10 goals coming into this game. He's averaging almost a goal per game, including a goal against the Grizzlies when they played last Monday. Junior goalkeeper Cole Phillips leads the Grizzlies, allowing just over 1 goal per game. Phillips allowed 3 goals in the Grizzlies' loss to the Wildcats last Monday. We start off with 7 minutes left in the first half and the rain pouring down when Whitney's number 11 Zach Mason would get an elbow to the face, resulting in this free kick just outside the box. The shot sailed near the post, but Grizzlies goalkeeper Cole Phillips would dive and push a slippery ball just past it. Phillips would have 4 saves in the game, and the half would end 0-0. Granite Bay would score early in the second half, but the Wildcats responded 5 minutes later when sophomore number 18 Cal Riley would control a ball out of the air and slot this perfectly weighted pass between Grizzly defenders. Mason would run onto the ball and fire it past the keeper to make the score 1-1 and help the Cats regain control of the game. With the game still tied with 13 minutes left, Granite Bay would loft the ball into the box from a free kick from 30 yards out, but Whitney goalkeeper Jake Kirkland would come up big, choosing to punch the ball out and end the play. Kirkland ended the game with 4 saves. In the last 5 minutes of the game, with the rain still coming down, Whitney's number 4 Ryan King would stop the Grizzlies' drive towards the goal with a slide tackle. Phillips came out to control the too heavy pass, but the Wildcats would continue pressuring the defense until Mason would find the back of the net, making the score 2-1. Whitney would keep the lead and defeat Granite Bay 2-1, led by senior Zach Mason, who scored both goals.
A lot of people didn't think we'd be first in the league, but we came up, we rallied, and we're on our way to first.
I want to get them both times. I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty good.
With Whitney beating Granite Bay for the second time this season, the Wildcats will still remain first place in the SFL. Reporting for WCTV 19 with photographer Morgan Schaefer, I'm Joshua Wesselman.
And here are some of the games you can check out tomorrow. Up first, the women's basketball team travels to Rockland tomorrow night. The Wildcats average 15 steals and 3 blocks a game. Tip-off is at 5:30. And the wrestling team has a Division I tournament Friday. The wrestling team has 7 players who qualified for the tournament. They are led by sophomore Isaiah Shanup, who is the SFL League champion. Matches start at 6 o'clock. Also, the men's basketball team plays at Rockland tomorrow. This is the men's final league game of the season and starts at 7 o'clock. And as I mentioned earlier, the women's basketball team plays Rockland tomorrow in their last SFL League game of the season. Here's reporter Carson Bennett with senior Mackenzie McFarland to tell us how she is preparing for the game. Carson?
Thanks. So Mackenzie, you guys defeated Rockland 62-41 last time you played them. What have you been working on in practice this week to ensure another victory against your rival?
We've been shooting a lot and working on our rebounding and finishing in the paint, and so hopefully it should be another good game.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Make sure you guys head out to the Rockland Gym tomorrow at 5:30 to support our seniors in their last league game of the season. Reporting for WCTV 19, I'm Carson Bennett.
And that is your Full Court Press.
Thanks, Julie. And to be featured in the show, don't forget to answer next week's question and tell us what you like to do with your friends to go with our story about 2 junior golfers.
Also, make sure you share a picture on Snapchat, Twitter, or Instagram with the hashtag WHS Unleashed.
That's all for now, where the news is unleashed every day.
We'll see you tomorrow.